According to the 2010 census data, the Asian population in Wisconsin rose 45.6% from the years 2000 to 2010. Here in Eau Claire, we have a large Hmong population, and it is extremely important to better understand their customs, especially during such a vulnerable time, such as a death in the family. To do this, we will first discuss a brief history of the Hmong culture, followed by an explanation of the funeral ritual. In 1975, after the Vietnam War, many Hmong families fled Laos in search of a better life. Many of these families resettled in the United States, France, Canada, and many other parts of the world. In the Hmong culture, there are 18 clans. A clan is a group of people who are related to each other based upon their surname. Within these clans, there's always a clan leader who is usually the oldest person in that clan. The clan leader has many important roles in the Hmong culture. One of these roles happens to be during the burial process, which we will discuss next. I had the opportunity of sitting down with one of my fellow coworkers, Si Zhang, and asked her many questions about the Hmong funeral ritual. She told me that the Hmong funeral lasts 4 days, starting on Friday and ending on Monday. Friday is when the body is brought to the funeral home. At this time, the family begins to prepare the funeral home to get it ready for all of the guests that will be arriving on Saturday. The family is also responsible for cooking all of the food, which they do at the deceased person's home. Throughout the night on Friday, there is at least one immediate family member that stays at the funeral home to watch over the body. Saturday is when all of the relatives and close friends arrive to mourn. With them, they bring gifts, such as money and flowers, for the immediate family members. Next to the deceased person's head, the family places a fully cooked chicken and rice. According to funeralwise.com, this is done to provide a meal to the spirit on its journey into the afterlife. On Saturday night, the family burns incense and continually bows down to the deceased's body. Sunday is when the family starts to send the spirit into the afterlife. To do this, they play songs. One person plays the drums, another person plays a reed pipe, and another person sings songs that help guide the spirit into the afterlife. On Sunday night, the family then again burns incense and continually bows down to the deceased's body. Monday is when the burial begins. Before the burial happens, there's a small speech that is given, followed by each of the family members going up to the casket and placing a flower onto the casket before it is lowered into the ground. After the casket is lowered into the ground, the clan leader dumps the first scoop of soil into the grave. He is then followed in suit by each of the sons of the deceased person. After the family has finished their burial ritual, they leave and the undertaker takes over and finishes the burial. After the body is buried, it can then begin his or her journey into the afterlife. Today, we've gone over a brief history on Hmong culture and the lengthy funeral process. It is important for you to remember this information for if you are ever in a situation where you need to deal with a Hmong coworker, employee, or friend who is going through a death in the family. You will then understand what they were feeling and what they are going through.